Hello and welcome to SGDC. Woo! I'm your proudly smiling host, James. Don't make me angry. I'll turn this cult into I don't know what's worse. I'll turn it into a church.
Oh, that's worse.
Wow. I'll do /raid Scientology church, and we'll all join them. No. First up, to talk about the Twin Towers, birds and boxes, Daniel. Woo!
Well done. Discord, that's me. Let's see if we get it working. And because I need to stay on time, let's start a timer. Okay, so welcome to my SGDC about towers, birds and boxes. I got this wonderful thing sent to me, so this is how I got here, apparently. I want to state that I did not request it, I just got the send, so it had to be in here. I love it. No, once is fair enough. Yeah, towers, birds and boxes. 3 presentations in the time of 1. Let's see if it works. Towers. Just a pretty quick status update. I've been working on this for a while now. It's my 3D platformer thingy where you scamper up a tower, try to collect collectibles, and find the places where you can use them. And the last time we left off about a month ago was hey, I set up the collectibles and you now can actually grab them and then use them somewhere else and some other smaller blueprint stuff. And then now a bit more than a month has passed, and yeah, that's the progress update of the project. It has not moved a single bit. On to birds. Last time the birds were really confusing. I'm gonna try to make it less confusing this time. These are birds. I like them very much. These have their red coloring from playing in dirt, and if you have them in captivity, you need to give them dirt that is red, because otherwise they get unhappy, which I think is really adorable somehow. And now on to the birds. I've been working with Simi and Josef, or D&D, some former homies, for one of their games, in a series of games they've been doing. Back in 2022, in 2020, they did Cats Organized Neatly, where you neatly organized cats. Then they did Dogs Organized Neatly a year later, because the first one was quite a success. Well, that one you organized dogs neatly. And now this year they're doing Birds Organized Neatly, where you commit atrocity. No, you organize birds very neatly. And they were like, okay, we did 160 levels already. Maybe we should commission someone else this time to do the levels, so it actually stays a bit varied and the like. So they gave me an editor. I got to building. Every now and then it would crash, and that's fine. You go back to Windows, you go back into the editor, and then it crashes a bunch more, to the point where every time I touched, especially the seagull, it just crashed the game immediately. And contacted them about it and was like, okay. It was achievements being triggered, but the Steam API could obviously not touch the development build thingy, and that would just implode the editor. So I did what every sane person would do. I built my own editor in my drawing software, in Affinity, so I could just keep working, because the moment I reported back to them was the day before they went on holiday. So they were like, yeah, we cannot fix this right now. We need an external coder for that, which is also on holiday. So perfect timing. So I built a few levels with that, and then I sacrificed someone to the old gods. And then I got this weird abomination of an editor, which now works and just does what it needed to. So now it's just, I'm building more levels, I'll be staying at it, but now the engine doesn't crash anymore. So that's what's happening with the birds last time. And then we have the boxes. No, that's barrels. Boxes. Okay, better. Yeah, I got sick last week, which gives me, usually that's my checkup time to be like, hey, how's life going? I checked in and was like, oh, I have no money. I really would like a car if I'm living in the village. You saw the cobwebs. Also, I really don't have a cat, and I really wanted a cat. That was one of the things on my to-do list. And there's all of that. So in total, more like that. So I was like, okay, let's do some quick math. use the week to just like reevaluate how things are going. And sadly, the realization was, I gotta go home for a while, figure out some things, get my income settled so I don't just live here and, as it is right now, just poke my dad and go like, hey, can you send me money? Otherwise I cannot afford food or leaving this place, which feels weird. So what's the plan? Well, obviously you gotta research, so I got to the most trustful people you can find on the internet that tell you how to have basic income. But no, I already know, like I have a few opportunities back at home where I can just get some jobs that are like not the most fanciful, but they'll pay enough for me to get me like up on savings again, and then just set up the company in the background to the point where if I get here again later, I actually have my income settled out, so it just works in the background and I just work on it instead of having to set it all up, which is difficult if you're in Germany and you have to do that via paper in the town you live. So yeah, I'll leave you with this, obviously, so that you can point at stuff so it gets fixed, and then also not leave tomorrow. It'll be around the end of this month, maybe in the middle to next one. But given that I am on 0 funds, it will be rather sooner than later, sadly. So any questions to any 3 parts of the presentation? Yes?
If I wouldn't have been here today, when would you have told me?
After the presentation. I wanted to tell everyone at the same time because I wanted to avoid the like weird shenanigans of like some people knowing, some people not knowing. But yeah, that would have made it a bit more difficult. Back there.
Will this place devolve into complete anarchy after you leave?
Well, it was fine before I was here, kinda. So I just assume it will go back to being fine, kinda. Also, there is 3 other volunteers, so I trust them to keep the place like from physically deteriorating too much. At least for the time. At least I would like to. Let's see if that works. But I think it should. Anything else? Over there? Yes.
How long? I mean, assuming that all would go well with the income and things, how long theoretically do you think it would be?
I haven't thought about...
Many months, probably.
Yes. Like, it will not be I am back soon. It will be like, I'll be back once things have been figured out, which will sadly take a while. Like, maybe if it's better, then I think it will be sooner, but knowing bureaucracy, it will just take a while to get things settled out anyway, and then, yeah. It's also just good to be back at home during the winter, because I'm not eager on Swedish winter, to be honest. I prefer seeing the sun more than the government-mandated amount of time, if that makes sense. But yeah, okay. I don't see any more hands. As such, next presentation.
All right, next up, Glenny Boy.
Hello. I have a build of my game. Hopefully it all works. So let's turn down the volume of it. Yeah, so lately I've been working a lot on things behind the scenes that aren't really visible,
Can
but
reduce it
more.
It's louder for us, okay?
Like this. But one thing I've worked on that is visible is a new slide site, and I have conveniently already one save file that I can load. So yeah, these tube slides you've already seen. It's the same as before. I've just worked on their editor a bit, so now like they have these things that show where you're working, so they make things easier, and you can multi-select things and stuff. Yeah, but the new slide is this one here. I call it the wide slide. I probably have to look up what the actual like industry term is, because you can make it as wide as you want. This one is just 1 cell wide, but also I'll fill this pool already. Also very conveniently, there's already paths here, and I'll just place a wide slide here. Like this, and then we'll let it. You can choose to let it exit like this, but you can also just choose to exit in the pool. And then the nice thing with this is that you can choose the width, so up to 10 meters wide, and then multiple people can go at the same time. Or you can also choose to have individual lanes, and then each lane has their own like lights, traffic lights, I guess. And let's just choose a different color because this is a bit boring. Yeah, whatever. It's something. Yeah, and then I've also changed the water a little bit, so now it actually like comes down. It's also very much a work in progress, but at least it doesn't just spawn out of nowhere. So yeah, and then I'll open all of the slides. So that's also now the case for tube slides. So now soon we'll see the water come down the slide here as well. And then we can open it. I'll just spawn a bunch of people and hope people won't actually. The particles are also still work in progress, but they're just placeholders for now. Also, you can make these slides like a race mode, so that they'll wait until there's enough people. And then we'll see that the lights will turn green. They're a bit slow. And they also hold the bars while they wait, and then once it's on the screen, whee, they all just. And then they can like do a little race with their friends. Yeah, that's it. What I've been working on. Any questions? James?
Can the slide end on land?
Yes.
The same question.
Well, not on land, but you can have, like a lane where they slow down and then they can exit the pool. They have to have something to land on.
Face plant on ground.
No, I'm sorry. Any other questions?
Over there.
Oh, yes.
I noticed some people walking back down from the slide. Did they get scared?
Well, I might have spawned, like they just spawn on random positions, but then their first attraction they want to visit is another one, so that's why they just go down. I assume. I don't think they. I'm not that far yet into the AI for the guests. Yes, Brian.
So, do you have a next slide type that you have in mind, or are you focused on these ones just now?
Well, the next one is the lazy river. And then once I have that, I will make like a demo for people in the house to play and stuff, and so I can play test that, and then yeah. And once that is all complete, then I think I have enough attractions to move on to like the entrance of the park and the showers and the dressing room and everything, like for the people, so they have an actual loop to go through. That's the plan for now. Any questions? Well, I don't know. Oh, Mattia. Yeah.
Yes. Will there be like injuries? Like, can people no, like serious question. Like accidents do happen. Will that be in the game? Like, can people get hurt or?
Yeah. Well, at least like in the first version of the game, there will be things like people can slip when there's water on the paths, because you also need to have people that maintain the paths. And then there will also be lifeguards. But maybe later on, there will be like more sophisticated ways of how people can get hurt or die. But yeah, not in the first iteration.
There's a question from the chat from Aaron. Will some guests run like small children?
Yeah, there will be children, and like one of the main things that they do at water parks is run. So I'll have to implement that. Yes. Yes.
Will some guests run like small children?
Maybe we'll see.
James is asking.
Oh, James! Oh my God, I'm so blind.
Okay,
Yes.
30 minutes, it's okay. Will you also have to manage parking lots?
Yes, you'll have like places where the traffic comes in and out, and then you'll have to extend those roads to parking lots, and also then bus stops. So you don't only have cars, but also buses. Yes. Hello. Yes.
Will it also accommodate people on bicycles?
Yeah. Bicycle parking, bus parking, and car parking. Those are the three.
What about e-scooters?
No e-scooters.
They all get injured before they arrive.
Yeah.
That was it.
James and Mateo.
Wait.
Mateo.
Oh my. Yes.
Will there be like food stands or like places where like people can buy drinks and stuff like that?
Yeah. Yes. That's planned. James.
The chat seems very excited about pee in the pool. Will that be a thing? The chat on the TV isn't updating, so I'm really
I thought you just you didn't want to admit that you were excited about peeing in
Can
the
you
pool.
please confirm pee in the pool?
Like I don't know if you will be able to see it, but you have to keep it clean by like sanitation, like
No yellow
filtering.
spots? But it's like someone poured olive oil in the pool.
Maybe like the kids' pool can turn kind of yellowish.
Oh,
I guess.
yeah.
Not drink. No. Yes.
Alright,
Is that all?
alright, thank you.
Thank you. Oh, just
So early access next week?
sorry. Let me just. If you're interested, Discord, wishlist. These are the QR codes. Okay. Bye. Hello.
Well, while you're up there, can you also call Pontus then?
Yeah, sure. Chat. It's broken for some reason. There you go.
It was working again.
It's being weird. Is it gonna do it? Yeah.
Hey.
Hello there.
Oh.
Hello, party people. Can you hear me? I hope yes. Maybe no. Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, very good. Well, hi. I'm Crack Wizard. I left the house a while ago to take care of some personal business. However, I might be on my way back quite soon, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. I am here to talk about my level 2 project here in IndieQuest, basically my arcade game, which turned out to be a little bit more of a failure than I wanted it to. But let me go through it by showing the game first, actually. So let's see. Does that get shared now?
Yes, it is.
Perfect. So it's called Alaric Adventure, Eldritch Trials. I will say that this part of the screen, this is the best part of the entire thing. Basically, I ran out of steam. I didn't plan properly. A lot of shit happened. And this was a project all about polish, right? But I still have the standard Unity buttons. I mean, not really doing what I'm supposed to do here, but that's also in the postmortem. However, it's art made by me. Like, yeah, I'm still pretty proud of the art. Like, you know, the little flame animations or, you know, choosing fonts, whatever. The shader that I got help from Script Mage. And then, yeah, it's nothing special. A little bit of sound effects, not many. Like, I ran out of steam very fast. Like, I mean, it works. And that's it. Like, that's all there is to it. There's nothing more, nothing less. It's a very, like, it should have been more. Like, I never got to implement the, like, baguette growing effect, like a taunt that Marika wanted me to do. However, it is what it is, and I also forgot to add a quit button when you're in game. So do I expect to receive a high grade for this? No, I don't. But apart from that, stop streaming. Apart from that, it's much more of like what I learned from it and the experience in this. And well, I can actually share my screen again. That was really stupid of me. Sorry. I'm not used to this. But let's go here instead, and that will just be chaos. But here, for example, thank you. So I wrote a postmortem. It is very, very, very long. I would actually, I mean, there's some pretty good lessons in here. Like, you're supposed to write about 5 things that went well and 5 things that didn't go so well. However, I could not for the life of me find 5 things that went well with this. And I've also written it with my own little humor to it, and a lot about how to not encounter these problems in the future. And I made this project more into a learning experience of how to handle like distress in life and like managing expectations, playtesting, and poison time management. And it's pretty thorough on these things. But the most important part with this to me is that I actually did it and I've learned something from it. And it's very much like, I don't know how much you can see on screen over there, but this part, that even though this was a failed project, it was still a very, very valuable experience to me. Because having done one single like solo developer thing before, and now basically just going to like then doing game jams with the team, never lost studios or games, shout out. With Floop and Sonar Scout, we had a whole team, so when someone slacked, someone could pick it up. But when you're alone, like if you slack even a day, you get out of momentum, and that was not something I had considered because I normally don't really run out of steam. But this time, I just crashed and burned basically, and yeah, not much more to it. I didn't want to show too much. Like, I don't want that on screen for too long. I can send it the postmortem, or I can post a postmortem and a link to itch where you can go try it. It's private though, so you need a password to access it because this is not something I want maybe future employers to see. This was more of a, slap on the wrist to myself. Like, how do I get the most out of a bad experience or a good, valuable experience, but a bad one? And I don't have much more to present about this. If there's any questions about it, I can take those now. I still see chat from here. Yes, the postmortem is longer than the game. It is. It's 1,500 words. It's quite a read. Quite some good lessons in it. But yeah, that's about it. I don't have much more, so if there are no questions.
You have some questions on this side of the room.
Oh shit! Yeah, I saw that one. Look at that. Can we get some lore about Frank Cat? Yeah, this one is actually made by Swedish artist. I don't really know who he is, but Lasse Åberg. He had like a thing where he used to paint a lot of stuff, a lot of Disney stuff, a lot of cats, and this is a cat licking a. Oh, it's a cat licking a very old computer mouse. Wait, I can get that down. Yeah. It's like one of these old ones with like this one mouse, one button and everything. It's pretty nice. Like, I love cats. Yeah, as you can notice now. More cat statues.
Turn off the stream.
More cat statues. So yeah, not much more. And thank you to the person who said it looked good. I mean, that's the part I was most happy with anyway. Like, art is not my strong suit. And, well, yeah, I'm obviously a purveyor of art. Like, I enjoy it, but I'm not good at it.
Eric, interrupt him, please.
So you have some questions on this side as well.
Yeah, okay, let's see there.
Is it muted
Can you
maybe?
hear us?
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, you have questions here.
Here, wait, yeah.
In the room.
In the room.
Okay,
So
in the room, yeah, please.
Pass it away.
Well, what's the lore between the two Alarics? Like, how did it? Is it two Alarics, and like, why are they fighting?
Oh, so yeah, that didn't really come through as well as I wanted it to. However, it's the first one was that, like, well, let me start. With the first game, it was like this baker, Alaric, went down to find the perfect baguette recipe, you know, through the French, you know, everywhere. Looking for it, didn't find it in the first one. Then he kept going with his adventure, and he was basically captured by some eldritch monstrosities. So what he's fighting is like an eldritch version of himself. He was supposed to have like tentacle shaders and stuff, so it was more like the eldritch part was more prominent of him. But it's like, and it was also supposed to have a little like win cinematic if you win with the golden Alaric, that you kind of defeat the eldritch, and then you get like sent up through the ceiling from the dungeon again, and then like a little story cinematic about like how he got to fight another day, and he's also maybe realizing he loves killing more than he likes baking. So that's a little thing about that. And then I saw Vimlingen as well. I had real cats. They sadly passed away. Both of them, like, we had to put them down. They were 20 years old, very sick. We had to put them down like 2 weeks or so ago, and that crushed me. So I like everything I've done since then has been below mediocre stuff. And then to Gravity Lens. I know what your next game should be about. Would you mind telling me? I am always up for ideas. I need a project for level 3 in Indie Quest as well, actually. Yeah? Alaric's Adventure. You know, crazy cat dude. Something like that.
All right. I think that's all we have time for now. But
Yeah, sorry, guys.
all good.
Well, thank you guys.
Cool.
Thank you. So, Andreas.
This is dangerous. Hello, Muppets. It's okay, I'm a Muppet, I can say it. I live here, and me and some people are working on a game called Not Us. We haven't been presenting in a long time because we've been looking for fresh brains for play testing, but I'm sick of that now, and I have some business to attend with you guys. But I signed up for this SGDC and fell asleep. So I had to do this in 30 minutes, including collecting footage and editing together a like 2-minute movie. So talk faster. This is Not Us. It's just an old slide. Fuck it. This week, yeah, I'm doing this because we're approaching sort of finalizing it. But there's still some stuff, which is why we won't have a Steam page yet. The story is going to be rewritten because reasons, and some reconfiguring, and that means that it depends on how my intern does. And am I gonna wait here? No, there's a point there. Let's go. You have a 2-minute movie to watch. If it works, I don't know. It's probably gonna bug out on me. Just some random footage to give a sense, basically, of what the look is. Where's my... Oh, great. We did this. Yeah, so I wanted you to have a look at the art because that's an issue. I made some of it, and the other day I realized that I've actually, as part of that, been using some AI tools, and we don't want to get an AI stamp on this product. So we should just do human art. But our current artist is working on full-time studies, and it's just super busy, and it's not living here, and it's just slow to a crawl, unfortunately. But the thing is, I would love to have an artist in the house that I'm working with, you know, that we can do meetings with and just have a lot of fun, because we're a fun group, at least I am. So here's a call to help. So it'll be a rev share, but I can promise so many fun things. It's going to be great. The greatest collaboration in history of the world, or whatever that people say these times. And we're done. Thank you. No clapping. Questions? Yes.
Can I join as an artist?
I would love to. Let's talk. Any other questions? Brian?
Can I clap?
No.
Okay.
Questions first. Any? Clap.
From the clap. Alright, next up, Nina.
Yes. I have made a presentation. Bildspil. No, I actually shouldn't do that. I've made an intro cinematic for our game, Dice Gambit, and I want to show you how I've done it. But I first want to show you the first part of the intro animatic. There's two, but if I show both of them, it'll take too long.
Dear descendant, it is with regret that I must recall you from your travels. But if this letter finds you, it means that I have passed on. The responsibilities of our great Inquisitor family now lie with you. As per the contract sealed by our ancestors, It is now your duty to eradicate the chromatics, the horrendous creatures that infest our wonderful city of Neotalis. A mysterious plague since time immemorial. The cursed scourges infest our society and turn its very people into monsters, staining our beautiful city. Our lineage as Inquisitors are bound by the ancient contract to slay the chromatic until we have purged every last one of them. None of our forefathers have yet found a way to end the threat for good. Might you be the one? Unlikely.
And this is here we go into our character customization. And I just want to go quickly through how I made this. I think intro cinematics are very good for video games, and they're fun to make. Step 1 to creating this: write a script and share it with your teammates.
What screen?
And then you can go through and agree on the things you like and disagree on the things you don't like. I basically just write it like a movie script or something. I like what you will see on the screen, and for this, of course, since we have voice acting, what the voice actor will say. Step 2, make a storyboard. So this is like also where I got down the look of how I wanted it to look. As you can see, it's like somewhat the same colors, the same style, getting the sense of how things will be looking. And then when we've done that and my teammates have agreed, maybe I didn't ask them, but then we do something like this. Make a video.
Dear Descendant, it is with regret that I must recall you from your travels, but if this letter finds you, it means that I have passed on. The responsibilities of a great Inquisitor family now lie with you. As per the contract sealed by your ancestors, it is now your duty to eradicate the chromatics, the horrendous creatures that infest our wonderful city of Neotalis. A mysterious plague since time immemorial, the cursed scourges infest our society and turns its very people into monsters, staining our beautiful city. Our
Yes, so I made that in Premiere to get a sense of like how it will look, like when we should say what. We ended up cutting some things down from that version, but it helped me get a sense of what we needed and how we needed them. And then I started to make everything I wanted in Blender. I could do a lot of cheats because first of all, it's not supposed to be in a video game. You don't actually need to do proper 3D or anything. Like you can just fake everything. So like, for example, I have a lot of like frames and stuff, and I just like pasted in like, you can see this 2D frame, and then like extracted it, and like then it looks like it's 3D. And I know the topology doesn't matter. And I did it all in black and white because I knew I wanted to put on like the effects afterwards in post-processing. So I don't know, I didn't have to think too much about stuff. And I could just, I don't know. Well, when you do things for games, you have to think so much. So this is here. Oh yeah, then I can show you raw footage of how it looks when it, like, I rendered it out from Blender. Oh no, I'm so slow. Yes, this is how it looks in Blender. Stop it. Added it all together in Premiere and After Effects. This is here, I just added all the effects I wanted, and I know, I also like, I just could keep changing like the brightness or all that kind of stuff. So it doesn't matter if the render was like perfectly good or anything, because it's a video, you can cheat. Yes, I also did for the non-3D parts, just made simple shapes, again in black and white, easy to do, and then made it look good in After Effects. Then we had to find a voice actor. We asked on Twitter, we found a voice actor, we put it all together, and here there's the final version. We can see the next part if people are interested, or if people want to move on, I can move on.
I think they should get demo release privileges.
Are you asking me?
Yes.
Oh, sure.
Okay, thank you.
I'm a merciful God.
This is the second part.
Our great city of Neotalis, like a queen she is mighty, enlightened, and full of secrets. Soon you will take your place amongst the nobility, and in a city like this, you are only as strong as your allies. You will have to appease the ruling families, the Odysseus, the Medors, and the Novas. A family split in two. The twin leaders of the Odysseus family each control their own side of the law. Commander Aurelia rules the military forces of Neotalis, while her disgraceful sister controls the underworld. The Medors family, famous for producing superstars, their ability to create media and heirs that steals the hearts and souls of the masses, has no equal. And lastly, the Nova family. Like lightning from the sky, they appeared in our ancient city. By introducing innovation after innovation, we have all become dependent on them. Our great city of Neotalis, like a queen, she is mighty, enlightened, and full of secrets. If you want to succeed in the city, best you attain these virtues too.
This is where you start, now you're in the game. Yes, please wish list Stars Gambit. Yes, so the two info cinematics, one for like explaining what your character does into character creation, and then like setting up the world. So I think that was the thought with making these. Yes, thank you, that was it.
You can clap for the videos.
Matteo?
Question from Aaron. Will the cinematic have closed captions in game that can also be localized depending on the player's language?
Yes, I want that.
Probably.
Brian?
How was it working with the voice actor on the thing? Was this the first time you've worked
Yes.
with voice actors much, or at least directed? Or?
Yes, yeah, it was the first time me and Josh, we worked with a voice actor. We got some helpful tips from Brian. But it was very nice. We had 1 hour to record these. How many lines was it? 200 something?
350 words.
Words, yeah. Well, not 200 lines. Sorry, 350 words, and we had an hour. I don't know. It was very fun. It was again something like that, like this. I feel like you might go over takes more times than if it's like just normal talking. So it's like a lot of like, can you say this but put a bit more emphasis on lightning, or can you say this faster, or can you sound sad? And it was a very, very fun and good experience, and it made me really wish we could afford voice acting for a video game. Yeah. No more questions?
I noticed you're releasing the demo on itch and then on Steam later. Is that for like bug testing before it goes out, or?
Yes, yeah. So we're today we've launched our demo on itch, and we've had a closed alpha, we call it, for quite some time now. And now we are doing the itch demo release. So I know we feel like we, or I should rather say like Josh and Nikos have tackled a lot of the bugs now. Should it be more stable? But like now it's like we're opening the next gate, and hopefully we'll get some more people in from itch, and they'll hopefully find if there's some really big bugs or anything that we missed before we release it to Steam. So it's like, I know, opening the gates slightly, and that's why we decided to do it like this, because I don't know, we don't want to release on Steam, like a demo on Steam, and I don't know, there's just some extremely big bugs that we didn't notice. Yeah.
It's also to bring some attention to the Steam page before we release, so that the Steam algorithm might kick in.
Yeah. It's also for, I don't know, we're trying to ramp up, like, so getting a bit more wish list, and hopefully then when we release the demo on Steam, then Mr. Steam will say like, oh, what are all these people coming in? This must be the next big thing, and showing it to everyone. Yeah. Thank you. I almost shut down everything.
For more advertisement about Dice Gambit, Josh.
What?
Don't I look silly now? I'm here to announce we did an itch thing. Didn't think Nina was gonna do it. I'll do like a quick search, and I'll keep this short to appease the James gods.
It's smart, we just put 2 slots, so we actually had 10 minutes, and then but Josh is just only going to take like 1 minute now.
Yeah.
We used 15.
So we have we just released the demo. It looks like this. Come download it, come play it, massage the itch gods, I guess, and then so they can massage the Steam gods and all that stuff. Yeah, honestly, Nina kind of covered everything. We've been here for, I guess, like around half a year now, maybe a bit less, and all of it has been working towards this demo. And the Steam demo is coming out in 2 weeks, September 25th, and we have lined up like a bunch of things of like trying to do our first real push. So it's going to be a real learning experience for us as a team, and yeah. So hopefully in a month or something, I'll do like a post-mortem, and I'll tell you what went well and what went high, and how to quadruple your wish list, or like not. We'll see what happens. I guess that's it. Any questions? James.
So the idea was that this game was supposed to be released in February. Do you ever think back and think about like how different the game would be if you actually launched it in February?
Yes, I mean, so at Weird Plug, I think tomorrow or soon we wanna sit down here and play through all the old versions of the game, because it has changed so much. Like, I don't know, man. Now I've looked a lot at the demo, and I released it during the pandemic in 2021, the original one, and it's like, I don't know, life is so different. But yes, it would have been very, very different. I think the February release would likely not have happened with the original publisher. Most likely they would have pushed the game, because I don't think it would have been ready. I think it would have been feature complete, more feature complete than this is, or more content complete maybe is the right word, but I think it would be a bad game, because it needed like a lot of that iteration time. And then they dropped us, and the plan of releasing the game in March without a publisher would have been a shit game. So now maybe it turns into a good game. Yeah.
There seemed to be a question in the chat who missed the explanation of why doing itch before Steam.
Yes, so kind of as Nina said, we're trying a thing, and the logic is, hey, let's put it on itch, see if there's a bunch of bugs, catch the big bad crashes first, A, and B, maybe those people will go wishlist on Steam. And I don't know if you know, but the Mythos set says that like if there's a high density of wishlist on Steam, then Steam might begin doing things. And our logic is if Steam could do that leading up to the demo release, maybe it will show the demo to more people and then do it more. So we actually have a huge concentration of stuff that we're like, I don't know, there's like a million things that we're going to do during the next 2 or 3 weeks to try and market the game in all sorts of different ways. And hopefully some of it picks it up. It is an experiment. Honestly, it could have been that this is better to just release the Edge with the Steam, because then we have it like together. We had our trailer launch on IGN today. Maybe it was better if that happened when it was in Steam. I don't know. It's learning experiences.
Cool. Thank you. Now, one more dice candle with Nico. Next up, Martin.
Cool. Let me just call myself, as I like to do. Where is Martin? Martin's here. And yeah, you can enjoy these photos while you wait. Can I? Okay, I'm just gonna call. Let's see.
You don't need to do a video call.
No, maybe not. But it is not showing up. What if I call Spelkollektivet? There we go. Okay, cool. Is my screen visible?
No.
No, I need to share it. Technology. Screens. But now you can see it.
Yes.
So last time.
Full screen.
Full screen.
Huh?
Maximize it.
No, it's not open yet. This is just my terminal.
Full screen, the other one.
Oh, right. There we go. So last time I demoed some terrain generation stuff that I did, but I was cheeky enough to not actually show anything about my game. So I figured this time I would actually show what the hell is going on with my game. And it is a black screen. So it is basically intended as a multiplayer sandboxy type game, and it takes place underwater these days, and we have these annoying fishies that I stole from Noita because I need placeholder art. And so basically a lot of stuff is, a lot of the textures have just been stolen directly from Noita. I'm so sorry. You can build stuff. I don't know why I have this, and shit, now I am actually drowning. I've basically added a ton of different mechanics, and the direction of the game has been quite unclear from the start, but I'm trying to not stress out too much about it, because it is, I think it's the kind of game where we have these over-the-top particle effects, and the fish can follow you, and you can kill the fish. But I think it's the kind of game that really becomes fun once there's a lot of stuff in it, and it's probably not going to be like super fun for quite some time. But there's kind of the beginnings of something that looks fun here, to me at least. And if you wonder what that red box was over there, that's supposed to be some sort of home base thing. It's just a red box right now because I don't know what it's supposed to be. Some places have oars, so you can pick them up like this, exactly like in Dome Keeper, because I really enjoy this mechanic where you just like whoosh, swing these around, and then you can drop them in your home base, and they just kind of fall in there. But this is the essence of what I have, and so right now what I'm focusing on is kind of just fleshing the game out, not trying to stress out too much about having a very concrete goal. There's probably going to be some sort of MacGuffin at the bottom that you need to fish out, and also I need to start thinking a little bit more about world building. But yeah, this is essentially what I have. Oh, it looks very grainy on the screen. End of demo. Stop watching. Disconnect. Yes, you. I don't know your name.
Nicholas.
Nicholas.
What's this made in?
It's made in Rust in Bevy.
Ah, it's Bevy.
It's quite a lot of custom stuff in it. James.
When is it coming out in early access?
Next question. Nina.
What were your inspirations behind this game?
So Noita is an inspiration, Dome Keeper as well, Deep Rock Galactic for a great kind of cave-y co-op experience. So those are kind of the rough type of game that I've been aiming for, but it's not super well defined where it's going. Daniel.
You said last time you spent some time analyzing Noita's way of doing cave generation stuff. Are you aware that Deep Rock Galactic just made like a big update about how they generate their caves in Steam, where they just break it down?
No, but I want to read it.
Yeah,
Thank you. Yes, Nina again.
Is it gonna be multiplayer?
Yes. So there is multiplayer support. It's a little bit janky, but it kind of works. So you can be 4 divers. James.
So since it has some building elements to it, it's nothing like Terraria.
No, I mean, so Terraria is a long-lived game, and this is supposed to be kind of a short-run game. Frankly, the building, I just added that because I thought it was cool, and I'm not sure if it's going to survive. But I do kind of like the feeling of just putting up a little lantern. Feels fun.
There was a lot of like elements and the particles and such.
Yeah.
Did you have to massage Bevy, or like did you get it for free with the ECS?
So the particles are, yes, I didn't spend so much time on them. We used a pre-made Bevy plugin called Hanabi, which is it's pretty optimized, but I think the particles look kind of bad. It's probably going to need a lot more work. But yes, you can get a ton of them for relatively cheap. No, thank you.
Alright, next up, Alexis.
Let me see, I don't see my Hello everyone, I'm not sure if I sent, that's right, thank you. Okay, I would like to talk about the progress of my project, the project I started developing the core loop here. Full screen. Okay, I would like to talk in this presentation about mostly my process as a designer, because I want, I think for the most of the projects that are here, that all the people is developing, I think as well I want my project to talk by itself, but I think it's gonna take a bit. So at first I would like to talk about what I'm trying to do with this project. I am trying to focus my learning process to make a game feel, to make the players feel how in certain ways. That's why I started with, I decided to start with color, and I think it is very pretty. Yeah, this is like an example of how I would like to, how is my progress of the game. Okay, my first goal was to have like a very small demo to share with some of you, and some guys, some friends already told me a little bit of feedback. Of course I want to share this game with more people here, more people around, but I want to have more.
to show. But at least that's why I am showing you this quality assurance table, because I am fixing things of game loop and UX experience and everything else. No, everything related. In my process. Well, I think this project is quite big, but of course I am a solo developer, so I don't have enough money, enough time to make it possible. So I wanted to show you this because my first goal is to have all this structure to build a portfolio, and that's what I'm trying to do, and I think well, at least right now it doesn't matter how big is the project. It is obviously an scope releasable for a game designer of my own knowledge, but I am trying to learn how big games do stuff. That's why I am trying to do, like, for example, a wiki of every aspect of the game. And also I want to share with you the mood board of my project. I am trying to base the level design, the level structure of every area in vehicle song in here. That's my source of inspiration, and I'm trying to that in the terrain there is a map of this area. And well, I am I think I am a nerd as many people. And I am trying to base my project in some TV shows, some anime shows, very old anime shows, like Lady Oscar, and in another stuff, and that's my process of starting to build a mood board with everything to make the player feel. That's my main goal, to make the player feel. And well, I think this is maybe progress so far. It is not too much, but let me okay, this is my progress so far. I would like to say that well, to talk a bit more about what is the game and what's the mechanic, I think I would like to say that my game is like Lemmings in 3D, and that's what I am trying to do, and I think that's pretty much it. Yep, that's all. Questions? Yeah.
What is your character? Because now I saw it also had a little tail.
Yeah, my character is. Let me see where I can check. Yeah, it's a dinosaur. Yeah. Yeah. And the lemmings, the little guys, are cavemen. So. Yeah.
Sorry if I missed it, but do you have a title for the game?
Yeah, it's called King Bromo.
Oh, okay, sorry.
What I did right now is called King Bromo. Another question? Right, that's it. Thank you.
Hello, it is I. Alright, thank you for this time. Next, SGDC will be special. All SGDs are special, of course. But we're doing a collaboration with an incubator-ish, or like a Well, there's a co-working office in New York City called Gumbo. Let's see if we can maybe find their website here. Gumbo, New York. yeah, probably.
Yeah, it is.
Here we have. So we will do a collaboration with them next week, where they will have 4 teams showcasing their games, and we will have 4 teams showcasing games from the house. So I've pre-selected 4 teams who will be showcasing next week. And so yeah, show up for that. Support our people, support their people. It's going to be really interesting, and hopefully this is a fun thing we can continue doing. I would love it if that's something like, if it makes sense and it's fun and interesting, it's something maybe we can do once per month with a new incubator or a hub around the world, so that we can get some insights into like what other people are doing. Like maybe someone who's been at the house has another co-working office where they like live more permanently, and then they can like get people together and showcase from there. So it's not just us. So yeah, so that's gonna be fun. Any questions regarding this? Andreas.
Did you mean to just name drop, not us?
Chris.
How did you get in touch with Gumbo?
Well, how do you say? Something Twitter, and people being toxic, and as usual, and then it just went from there, and we talked
about toxic relationships.
I don't remember the details, but yeah, I think they were getting some kind of I'm not yeah. I think they were getting some kind of backlash for something, and I shared some thoughts and ideas of how to approach certain things. Like it might not notice, hopefully it doesn't notice, but I try to do certain things when I promote Spelkollektivet and when I do stuff with Spelkollektivet to try to make it more diverse and stuff like that. But I try to make it in a way where it's not obvious. And because people are shit, so if you make it too obvious that you're trying to make it diverse, people are going to be angry and upset. And I think there's a lot of potential low-key things you can do in general to try to be more attractive to a wider range of people. Obviously, we're not the best at it. Like, then again, the bar is quite high. It's like, do I wish we had more people from Africa in the house? Yes, but the social economic situation is what it is, and it's quite expensive to come here. So I have to work within some kind of borders. But yeah, in general, I try to make sure that we get a diverse set of people here, while still everybody is ambitious and passionate about game development itself. And I think it's important that you don't let people know that you're putting some kind of emphasis on that. Because if you do, it's going to leave a bad taste in their mouth. So I think that's what's the initial point of contact I'm trying to, but I thought, like, in the end, when I looked them up, I felt like they were already doing a really good job. So it's like I had very little feedback to give them. And then they talked about this incentive that initiative that they sometimes do with other hubs and incubators, and I felt like it sounded super cool, and yeah, I felt like that's something we can do together. So it's a first time we try it, and hopefully it goes well. And yeah, any other questions? Cool. All right, well, in such case, thank you for tuning in, and if you're not here, why not? We need you. Oh shit. Aaron, what have you done? Oh well.